Hello, today is day 16 of doing 100 pull-ups every day to raise money for Alzheimer's disease. I have a link in the description that you can access to donate money to the Alzheimer's Society of Canada. All donations go straight to them, and they do research for an Alzheimer's cure or prevent or treatment. They also provide care for patients with Alzheimer's. So it's for a really good cause. Please consider it. Any size donation is greatly appreciated. If you can't donate, please share with someone who can. And yeah, let's get it on. So, as always, I do 100 pull ups every single day. I usually do um, a certain amount of pull ups every minute on the minute. Currently, I've been doing 7 on the minute, and I think that's what I'm going to do today as well. As also, while I'm doing these pull ups in between my sets, I usually give a Alzheimer's fact as well as a prevention method to help you prevent Alzheimer's. And I think this is a really good thing because you can educate other people within your family or your friend group. And pretty much the more you know, the easier it is to prevent Alzheimer's because it's a disease that is tough on the person and tough on the family. And it's something that everyone should avoid at all costs. So I will start. Ooh, okay. Well, let's just use my phone for today then. I forgot my. Usually I use my watch, but I forgot it inside. It's okay. All right. All right. 7. All right. So for the fact of the day, in the U.S. specifically, this fact that I got was for U.S. statistics. 83% of care for older adults is provided by unpaid family and friends, and nearly half of these caregivers support someone with Alzheimer's or another dementia. So that's a large number. 83. Oh, thank you. Sorry. My fiance just turned on the lights. All right, so let me speak on that after I do my pull up. So I've done 7, going for 14. So, yeah, so that's a lot. 83% of care is given by un, unpaid workers, so family or friends, to people with Alzheimer's or another dementia. So that's a large number. In 2024, over 11 million Americans provided 19.2 billion hours of unpaid dementia care, valued at $413.5 billion, which is more than half of Walmart's annual revenue. So, meaning there's a lot of people out there that take care of their family members who have Alzheimer's or their friends for no money, essentially. All right, done 14, going for 21. And it just goes to show that the way that the healthcare system is set up, especially in America, I guess in Canada it's a little different because we have free healthcare. But in America, I'm assuming the reason why these family members are forced to take, or not forced, but have to take care of their family members is because of treatment is just too expensive, or care, the price of a caregiver is just too much. So that's why the Alzheimer's Society is important, because the Alzheimer's Society, this organization, is in Canada and the United States, and they help provide care to patients with Alzheimer's. Okay, so I've done 34. I've done 21, going for 28. Alright. So the lifetime cost of dementia care is estimated at $405,262, with 70% of that burden falling on family caregivers through unpaid work and out-of-pocket expenses. These estimates likely understate the true impact, as they often exclude costs like home modification, respite care, and lost income or health issues among caregivers. Alright, I've done 28, going for 35. So, I don't know about you guys, but that fact to me is pretty sad, because a lot of these families and friends have to provide a lot of care, and these people, they probably have full-time jobs as well. And that's, I took this fact because it's important to make people realize, people that have Alzheimer's, it's not just about that person, it affects everyone around them. Look, 83% or whatever, a huge percentage of people that have a family member with Alzheimer's or have a friend with Alzheimer's are have to take care of them, and they're not getting paid to do it. They have to do it out of their own free time, because care for Alzheimer's patients is time consuming and it's expensive. So yeah, done 35, going for 42. So yeah, this just goes to show how much it can affect the family or the friends or the people around someone with Alzheimer's. All right. So I've done 42, going for 49. So 6 minutes in, so 42. All right, so for the prevention tip of the day, this one is a little weird. I'm gonna admit to that right now. But it's something that I find that's cool. So I'm gonna share it. Oh, I can't do that. So there's such a thing called photobiomodulation, or PBM as its acronym. And it's also known as low-level red or near-infrared light therapy, which uses non-invasive light, typically LED wavelengths, to enhance mitochondrial function, reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, and promote neuroplasticity and cerebral blood flow. Can't talk. Blood flow. So I'm going to talk on that after this set. So I've done 49, going for 56. So, for those who don't know what the mitochondria is, if you've taken any science class past, I think, 11th grade or 10th grade or even 9th grade, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So it's pretty important. Each cell has what's called a mitochondria within it, and PBM enhances mitochondrial function, which has a lot of other benefits we'll talk about that I kind of mentioned already, but okay. So I've done 56, going for 63. All right, so yeah, like I said, it reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, promotes neuroplasticity and cerebral blood flow. So that's really good for your brain function. In animal models, Alzheimer's disease, so in a study used with animals, PBM has reverse amyloid-related pathologies, which is what causes Alzheimer's, amyloid plaques, improved memory, elevated synaptic activity, which is synaptic activity is the messages that your neurons send to each other, I believe, and reduced markers of oxidative damage and neural inflammation. All right, so I've done 63, going for 70. So again, this study was done on animals, so take it as you will, but it's a promising potential treatment for the future. But again, more research has to be done. All right, so I've done 70, going for 77. Moving on. In small human case studies, patients with mild to moderate cognitive impairment treatment with transcranial and intranasal PBM showed statistically significant improvements in cognition, sleep, anxiety, and reduction in wandering behavior, though declines resumed after no treatment period. So, what that means is, in a small human case study, so used on humans, there were some improvements with brain function. However, if it were to be used, it would have to be something that would be consistent, as they saw that the symptoms of brain or cognitive decline came back after they stopped treatment. So it's not it's a band-aid fix. It doesn't permanently cure Alzheimer's, pretty much. All right, so I've done 77, going for 84. I think I did 6 there to be safe. All right. So, a randomized sham-controlled trial, I don't know what that means, in older adults with subjective cognitive decline demonstrated improved working memory performance and some sleep benefits after 5 days of frontal cortex PBM. So again, these are all small studies that were done to show the possible benefits of PBM. Of course, more studies have to be conducted, but it's promising. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it will cure Alzheimer's, but it can improve brain function just enough to the point where symptoms aren't as bad. And you know what? If you can relieve some symptoms, that would be tremendous. All right, so I've done 84, going for 91. Whatever, it was 7 seconds. I talked too long, so I don't really give myself too much break. All right, so I'm at 91 now. So I have 9 left. Might as well just do the 9, like I always do. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. One for good luck. Oh. All right. That was 100. I wasn't done saying everything I had to say. So, everything I just said about this, to sum up, systematic reviews highlight the therapy's safety. Oh, sorry. Highlight the therapy's safety, and biologically plausible benefits, but also underscore the need for larger, standardized, randomized clinical trials to confirm the effectiveness in preventing or slowing Alzheimer's progression. So pretty much like I said, still pretty early on in the research part of it, but it's promising. So more research means we'll learn more about it, and we'll learn more about if it's actually a plausible solution to slowing down Alzheimer's progression or even possibly treating it. We don't know. But that's why donating to my donation page can help with that. The more money that these research organizations have, the more they can put into research, the more they can test out these theories for potential prevention methods, and then we'll be better equipped to help slow down Alzheimer's progression or even possibly cure it. So please consider donating. You'd be helping out a lot of people with Alzheimer's, and the people around them would really appreciate it. So again, any size donation is greatly appreciated. Please consider it. If you can't donate, please share the link to someone who can donate. And yeah, so that was 100 pull-ups. I bet you guys aren't even surprised because I do this every day. But yeah, today felt really good. Yesterday I was down in the dumps for sure. I was super drained, but today I felt good. I had food in my system, felt hydrated. So also, I don't know if you noticed, but today I did more narrower grip pull-ups. So used a bit more of my lats today instead of my upper back rhomboids, whatever they're called. So yeah, I'll probably switch it up just to give the different muscles in my back a break. But yeah, so that's the end of the video. Please like. If you like the video, comment if you want to give me some words of encouragement, or tell me about, maybe I motivated you to do pull-ups yourself. I like hearing about that. Please subscribe if you want to follow my journey. Right now we're at $50, I believe, donated. The goal is 5,000, so we got a long way to go, but this is going to be a long journey. So follow along, and yeah, see you tomorrow for another 100 pull-ups. Bye.